Hello, hello. Good evening. Hello, TikTok. How is everybody this evening? We're in the middle of eclipses. I hope everybody is sane and sound. This eclipse is on Libra and Aries, so we're basically going from depending on people to being independent. So see what are your lessons that you have to learn during this time, especially if you have planets in Libra and Aries. I hope everybody is okay and and normal. Plus, we have Mercury retrograde coming very soon. Um, Anyways, but this is just a little something. Today we're talking, and I think today the topic for today is just very relevant, especially in this time. Today we're talking about emotional state and how to change it fast. Now, I already had a dialogue about that dialogue is called Ways to Protect and Increase Your Energy. I'm going to put the link for that dialogue in the comments for this one, not in the comments, in the description, and you can watch it. But hello TikTok. But today will be different. So I made sure that there is no repeated information of what I already had a chance to say. Now today we will talk a little bit about a different kind of approach. Now, since I'm NLP and energy practitioner and mentor, and I'm a feminine coach, obviously you know that. But I will be talking today from an energetic perspective, energetic and NLP perspective, and I hope this would be helpful for you. So. Um, I don't know whether this dialogue will be long or not, but I have something to say, and I do want you to, and I think it will be useful. So, anyways, um, and then I have a couple of questions to answer. But for now, about the emotional state. Now, your emotional state. Well, first of all, everybody is different. Some people are more emotional. Others are not as emotional. But but for the most part. But for the most part, we all have emotions, even the most masculine people. So people that are more feminine have more emotions, especially people energy of water. If you have water in your chart, you are emotional. People energy of air are the least emotional. They just not sure even what it is. But regardless of what energy you are, we're all somewhat capable of emotions. And we need to kind of learn how to change them. Now, emotional state is a reaction to a perception that we have about a certain situation. Now, and that situation, that perception of that situation or about that person is either above or below our current energy level. So this is our regular energy level. Now, if somebody will push me, I don't know, or step on my foot in the line, my perception will go down. It will go down below. Now, if, for example, somebody will give me $100 out of nowhere, my emotional state will go up. So it depends on our energetic state. Again, some people that are used to be pushed or stepped on their feet, they probably wouldn't even pay attention if somebody stepped on their feet because it's their normal. It's already on their level. Now, for me, if somebody even pushed me a little bit, I'm sensitive like that, I probably will be upset. What is I will not. I apologize. I'm saying the truth. So that's basically it. So we just need to, and what we need to do, we need to make sure that we always stay on our energy level and a little up, like we need to raise. So remember, energy raising, and our energy, we came to this world to experience life and raise our energy, expand our energy field and our aura. Now, but we could not just raise the energy like this. For example, if you drink coffee, your energy will go way up, or alcohol, but it will drop. We need to raise energy spiraling like this. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. So this way, we stay on that level. We raise up, we stay on this level. We raise up, we stay on this level. If we will go up very fast, we will drop very fast too. I always tell my clients, don't go up. This shouldn't be your purpose. Shouldn't be your aim. So ideally, we should always be neutral, a little bit positive, and a little bit excited. This is our ideal state should be. And I could tell you that most of the time during my day, I'm like this. I'm neutral, somewhat positive, and somewhat excited about something, at least in my life. But usually I'm just excited. I'm not sure. Well, again, I'm very emotional. Now, on the other hand, because I'm so emotional, I have a lot of water, I can drop very fast. But luckily for me, I can change it very fast too. A long time ago, I would stay in my I could stay in depression for weeks, and this was not good. Right now, I wouldn't stay probably 2 3 minutes maximum. These feelings are so not comfortable for me. Like I wouldn't even want to stay in those feelings. So, and I would want to. And the purpose of this dialogue is to teach you how to get out of that state, and how to be always in neutral, a little positive, a little excited state. This is the goal. Now, you would ask me, well, Anastasia, why emotions that are too high are not good? I have neighbors here, and they have kids, and those kids always invite their friends. So there's like a whole bunch of kids, and sometimes I hear them. They run, they jump, they I don't know what they do. They're laughing, they're screaming, they're so happy, and then something happens, and they start crying. Why too high emotions are also not good, because it's not comfortable for our body, for our mind, and for overall our consciousness to be high. So if my level is here and then I jumped right here, it would be very hard for my body to get used to this and keep me on this level. Very hard. Now, yeah, I will have to drop, and when I will be dropping, it will be a painful subject. Like all of you probably know what hangover is. This is exactly when your energy dropping, and you're like, you need to get the energy somewhere somehow. What do you usually do at that time? You either eat something or you go to sleep. So you need to replenish your energy. So no matter whether you get high from something. So for example, you are in love with some guy, um, and he talked to you. So you met him in a coffee shop, and he finally talked to you, and you're like so happy, and that you guys met, and you're like, you fly, and you come home, and you're like, oh my god, I spoke to this guy finally. And then you don't see him for maybe 2 weeks or so, and now your energy starts dropping, you see. Now if you would be neutral, a little positive, a little excited, and stayed like this all the time, then you probably will attract him every single day. Chances are you were a little high and positive, you attracted him, and then you start dropping, and that's basically it. And he disappeared. The thing is that when you are high and when you start dropping, you don't drop to your level. You always drop below. The higher you are, the lower you will drop. That's why I'm telling you, don't aim too high. Aim to be raising gradually, like this, little by little. Don't be afraid of high feelings. Just make them normal. If you don't want to be dropping, then make them normal. For example, you went to that coffee shop, you met that guy, you spoke to him. How did you felt? You felt like super amazing. You felt like I'm not sure, a goddess. This guy spoke to you. If you don't want to drop, then keep that feeling. Make it normal. Make it like a part of your routine. Like it's okay for you. It happens all the time. Like this amazing man always flirt with you. Always happen to be somewhere around you. So make it normal. If you don't want to drop, if you wouldn't make it normal, then you will drop. Why people after drinking alcohol have hangovers? Because they couldn't make it normal. They don't have that much energy in them to keep them high like that. And obviously, who does really? Um, so how to change them? We're here about the emotional state. So how to change the emotional state? Now, if you either need to make the perception normal, or you need to bring it to your level, Also, what you need to do, you need to to even that whatever happening right now to your energy. For example, if I went outside and somebody stole $100 from me, I lost $100 worth of energy. Now, depending on what that $100 means for me, I need to replenish that energy somehow. How would I replenish it? I'm not sure. I can call one of my men and say, "Hey, somebody stole $100 from me," and he will say, "Don't worry about that. I will send you 200." He replenished it. I went back to my normal. So I was here. I went back to my normal. This is the simplest way. Obviously, we are not going to do this. We're not going to call everybody to solve our problems. So this is ideally how it would. So we need to replenish the energy that we spend. Remember, emotional state is just energy that we spend on something. Like if I know somebody and I send good vibes to that person is thriving because I'm sending good energy. Now I'm spending my energy. Now, if this is a not very good situation, I will be spending my energy in vain. So just remember this. You need to even the energy. You need to bring the bring energy to your current level. This is the minimum of what you need to do to change your emotional state. um, Now, for example, let's look at this example. You wrote a message to a person, let's say to somebody that you need an answer, to your landlord, and your landlord is not answering, and you're thinking and thinking and thinking. You start occupying your mind. Why is he not answering? You check on your phone all the time, so you're going crazy. You're really not sure why your landlord. Maybe your landlord is busy. Maybe he's doing something. Maybe he haven't even seen your message. But in your mind, you could already come up with a whole bunch of scenarios. So you spending a lot of energy on the wrong perception. You spending energy on thinking that he's a bad person, when in fact the guy could have been maybe in the hospital or somewhere else, and he didn't even had a chance to look at your message, or he didn't even had a chance to look at his phone. So you spending your energy on that particular situation, and that perception is either will make that energy either good or bad. So if you would think something like, "Oh, my landlord always takes care of me. I'm sure as soon as he will see, he will answer me." Now you would be sending good energy, and your energy will stay, and the energy will stay on your energy level. Now, if you will start thinking, "Oh, my landlord ignores me, doesn't answer this and this," you will start dropping, because the perception is negative, and you are feeding that negative perception your energy. Now, remember, as I told you, there is nobody in our world but us, ourselves, and the phantoms that help us to develop. So our mind doesn't see other people, our mind sees only us. And when we think bad about somebody, it's like we're thinking bad about ourselves. And our mind will not forgive us. Our consciousness will not forgive us if we will be hurting ourselves for no reason. So if you are overthinking why is the landlord didn't answer you, you're basically hurting yourself, and there will be consequences for that. So think about this. Now, about the perception. So as I said, the perception why your landlord answered is up to you. So it is you who has the perception, you who can change the perception. For example, I have as I said, I have neighbors here with the kids, and they sometimes run. Sometimes you hear them; they're running in the corridor, playing over there. So I could think like that, like they're disturbing me. They don't give no peace. Or I could think that they usually kids have very vibrant energy, and it's very good when there are kids in the building. They make the energy move. They bring like kind of lighter energy. So this is my perception. I always think it's good that they're here. They're making the energy lighter around me. Again, it is my choice of how do I think. Now, all the emotions that you feel are towards yourself, to know to not to not to anybody else, just to yourself. And I will give you an example. Let's imagine um, you're staying in line and somebody pushed you. You're not angry at that person. You are angry that you are not powerful enough to answer that other person. Now, if you would be maybe bolder, or maybe stronger, maybe wealthier, wouldn't you answer something? Wouldn't you just tell them, "Hey, watch it"? If you would have like a bodyguards, would you even care? No, because the bodyguard would take care of that person, right? So you're upset not with the person, you're upset with yourself. It's always like this, always. So when you're upset at yourself. And usually this is upset because you didn't choose yourself. Upset is always about not choosing yourself. So if there is a situation and you're feeling kind of weird about it, like you're upset, that means that in that situation you didn't choose yourself. For example, you and your friend are meeting for lunch, and you offer the place that you wanted to go, and she's like, "No, I really don't want to go there. Let's go to this place." And you're like, "Okay," but then you feel kind of weird because you don't really want to go to the place. You agree because you wanted to please her, but you didn't choose yourself. So upset is always about not choosing yourself. Now, if you have the feeling of jealousy, jealousy is you're not making a priority of yourself. Remember, in this world, you're playing with yourself basically. So if you're feeling something, this is an indication of something inside of you. I don't feel jealousy and haven't felt for some time. And I don't even know what needs to happen for me to feel jealous. Honestly, because in my life, I'm a priority right now, at least with men. So, so if you feel jealousy, if you are in a relationship right now and you feel jealousy, then that means that you are not priority in your life. You are not prioritizing yourself. Now, if you're feeling envious, that means that you are basically feeling angry with yourself that you could not do it, but you have a high potential. This feeling is uh, very interesting. If you feel anger, I actually like when people feel anger, because when they feel anger, it's better than when they're upset or depressed something. When they feel anger, that's already they're about to do some kind of actions. I like when I feel anger. That's very rarely, but when I feel anger, then that's it. I'm done. I will take actions. That means that if you feel anger, that means that you basically fed up by allowing yourself into these situations, like all the time in a particular situations. You don't like to be in a situation, you're ready to take some kind of, so it's always towards the self. If you're so what to do? So if you want, you can write your situations, what situations bother you, but honestly all these situations are towards yourself. So what to do? What to do? How to get out? We came here to learn how to get out of the emotional state fast, how to change it. Now, I told you I don't stay in emotional state, especially unpleasant, for more than 2-3 minutes. That's it, basically, for me. What do I do? This is what do I do. First of all, I even up my energy. So I take all my energy back. And if you want to know how to do it, you can ask me. But basically, you put an intention. I take my energy back from this person, from this situation. The energy gets purified and come back to me. So first, I even the energy. Energy could not be there, could not be here. It needs to be on my level. So I take my energy back from the situation or from the person or from whatever. This is the energetic way. And then what do? I tell myself this is not true. Any kind of situation that somehow bothers me, I always say this is not true. Once you tell your mind that this is not true, your mind already start doubting. It start doubting its own perception, and it starts looking. Maybe she's right. Maybe it is not true. Let's look for some kind of proof. So this is the first thing I say. This is not true right away. If somebody will push me in the line, I would say this is not true to myself, obviously. Then I will think what I'm going to do. If I can, I will remove myself from situations. So if I'm staying online and I am not really needing that stuff, I will remove myself. If I'm arguing with somebody, really don't even know when this was last time. But if I am arguing with somebody, I will probably say, okay, let me think about that, and I will get back to you. I will remove myself from the situation, from that person. Then what I will do, I will rewrite the situation. This is NLP. I will rewrite the situation to my liking. So, for example, I will, and you need to rewrite the situation. If you didn't watch the dialogue on NLP, please watch it. I will put it also here. Everyday practices, mm, NLP practices, something like that. It is very important. You need to rewrite to a situation to the point of believing. So, for example, um, if I'm staying in line and somebody pushed me, it has to be believable to me. So I will not rewrite that they never pushed me. I will rewrite that I don't know, that she felt dizzy, the lady felt dizzy and she fell and kind of pushed me, or that somebody pushed her and she just was. And then I will rewrite that she apologized 100 times and who knows, she offered to compensate me, to buy me a pie or something like that. So I will rewrite it a few times until I'm happy and satisfied with the result. And then I will go and act according to the rewritten version. So, for example, if I will, I will. So, for example, if I, let's say, if I argued with my neighbor, um, and I rewrote that we never argued, or that it was just a miscommunication that didn't bother nobody. Next time I will see him or her, I will just basically smile, hey, how are you? Like it never happened. I will act according to what I rewrote, and he will act accordingly as well. So people, they basically just match in your energy and your perception of energy. So that's what I would do. Again, um, first of all, I remove all my energy. I get my energy back, no matter what. Nobody has my energy like that. Second, I tell myself right away, this is not true, especially if I'm thinking about the situation. Sometimes you see, some situations are very into our face, and some situations they just, it seems like you are running them in the back of the head, and it bothers you little by little, but you don't pay much mind to it. But still, um, what I will say, this is not true. Then if it's possible, I will remove myself from situation. Like when I used to work, I used to go to the bathroom or go to a lunchroom and just sit there for a couple minutes. I mean, I had some difficult clients, some conversations that were not very pleasant. I also had some conversations with coworkers that were not pleasant. Not the last year. Last year was pleasant with everybody. I was so good already. But before that, I did. So I would remove myself and I would rewrite the story to as I want it to be. It is very important. When you rewrite the story, it's like you are deciding how it's going to go. You are not a victim in the situation. Then, so why do you need to rewrite it a few times? Because you need to make it believable. Your mind already had this show for like maybe a few times. Your mind already ran the situation that happened in for a few times. Now you need to make it neutral. So you need to run it again the way you want it to be. And then I act according to the rewritten version. So if I argued with them, let's say with the colleague, I will go rewrite it, and then I will come happy, and I will just act like nothing happened, like there was no argument, like we just had a light miscommunication that nobody really, she doesn't pay attention, I don't pay attention, we're just both happy campers. I would do like that. So this is exactly how you need to do. Besides that, what else can you do? You can, so if you are upset, usually it's because your energy is not moving properly. We could not be just upset just like that. You probably know even yourself. Some days you're getting upset faster. Some days you're not. Often that's because we spend too much time like this, like our head is down, and usually a lot of people even slouch, so their back is, their energy could not move. Remember, our energy moves like along our spine. So what you need to do as often as you can, you need to raise your gaze, like you look above the horizon 30%. This is the idea would be do it as often as you can. Even if you watch the movie, just raise your eyes 30% up and just stay like this for couple minutes. If you're on your phone on the computer, often do that as well. So another thing that I would recommend to do is watch what you're eating. get your sun, your vitamin D, and exercise. You would say, well, what do we have to do with that? It is important. Our bodies are our root chakra. Our root chakra corresponds to our bodies. Our root chakra is responsible for security, for confidence that we have in life. Now, the more sound our body is, the more we feel confident and comfortable and secure. I checked it myself, trust me. So you need to make sure that your body are strong and healthy. At least at that moment, you will feel more secure. Once you feel more secure, it will be easy for you to accept any kind of challenges and basically solve them. It will be much easier. I also don't mind for people to take some kind of medications. I wouldn't do. I would do. I would rather you choose natural, some kind of herbs like valerian root or chamomile tea. The thing is that we it's our emotions are our perception. So sometimes, like for example, if I drink coffee, I become super hyper. At that moment when I had coffee and I'm very hyper, to make me upset or happy or anything, it's like very easy, very easy. Little thing can just trigger me to become absolutely insane, crazy, or I'm absolutely insane happy because I'm so hyper. So it is like if coffee made me hyper, then I need something that would make me unhyper. So I would recommend you to take something. Take magnesium, take chamomile tea, take valerian root. You see, if until we're neutral, we won't be able to change the situation. If somebody pushed me in the line and I will come outside like, my God, everybody's so mean, people are so bad, and on and on and on. I mean, how will I ever rewrite the situation, or how will I even find a solution for this situation? I won't be able to, because I'm already my perception went way ahead, and my emotions already unstoppable. At that moment, I need to do something. I need to basically to regulate my emotions with something, and then decide what to do next. So I don't mind when people are taking something. I think, and not only me, I had couple masters who say the same. It is better to drink chamomile tea and fall asleep. I mean, strong chamomile tea, not the one that they sell in the packets, but like chamomile, real chamomile, and you just pour some hot water and drink. I mean, I used to drink chamomile tea a few years back after work, and then I fall asleep, and that's it. I'm done for like maybe 10, 12 hours. So it is much better to drink valerian root, also good. To take valerian root peel, or to take chamomile tea and calm down completely. Then you can resolve. I'm much more. I support that much more than to stay in the state of despair, upsetness, depression, and not be able to change anything. It is for your energy. It's better to drink chamomile tea or valerian root, or even maybe a little red wine, even though I'm against alcohol. Well, not that much, but in those situations, I would rather people drink a little bit than to go on and on and on about like the only thing maybe I'm against is like strong drugs, because there's just no point. You still need to have a clear head, somewhat clear head. You need to rewrite the situation. At one point, you will lose mm, the effect, and then what? You still have to deal with the situation. So yeah, so basically, herbs I would really recommend. I would recommend herbs: valerian root, chamomile tea, perfect. Um, so that's what you'll do. Then you also need to return your energy to yourself. As I said, I always do. Don't allow anybody to live rent free in your mind. And don't let any kind of energy or situation to hold your energy. Don't allow. This is this is impossible. Regain your power. Remember that in this world, we're the ones that are controlling situation, and it's up to you whether you choose to be a victim or aggressor, or whoever. It is really your choice. For example, When I'm saying that it was that's always our choice, I'll tell you. When I was at work, at my work, when I used to work in finances, I remember there were people that irritated me greatly, and I was taking maybe uh, some of their offenses as accepted. Like I was taking it like, okay, this is just part of the job. Why? Because I was afraid to lose the job. I was afraid that I will be without the job. Why? Honestly, I couldn't find this job. It's not like I was a good employee, but I didn't want to get out of this comfort zone. This discomfort with those employees was my comfort zone, and I didn't want to lose that. That's basically it. So I choose to be a victim because I didn't want to lose that comfort zone. And why I was upset and angry with myself, because I was betraying myself. So it's always our choice. Whatever you will tell me, it's always our choice. Whether you believe me or not. And all the emotions are always towards ourselves. So if you think that you are hating somebody and you're feeling hate towards them, no, you are not. You could not hate somebody. You are maybe hating yourself for not accepting that person, or maybe for allowing that person to do something to you, or for allowing yourself to be affected by what that person did to you. That is like, I don't know how to explain to you, but if you will look at your aura, you will understand. Only we ourselves affect our aura, nobody else. Nobody else. We allow certain thoughts in our aura. We spend energy on those thoughts, on not even on thoughts, on perception of those thoughts. Like if somebody would tell me, um I'm not sure what can they say, like freckles, right? Um, Most of the people think they're cute. I mean, I had clients that would paint freckles just because they like my freckles. But I had a client, she was Chinese, and she once told me, she's like, "My God, you have to do something with your face. This is just, it's terrible. If I would have such face, I would never come outside. This is just a different perception, you see." Like me, I really don't. I'm so used to my freckles that they just are basically. Now, some people really love them. They want to have them. Like my mom, she always wanted to have them, but she never had them. I do though. On the other hand, as this Chinese client, she basically, it is her cultural thing. I mean, in their culture, I guess the whiter your skin is, the better. So, but this is all a perception. If it would affect me anyhow, if I would react to this, so my reaction will, okay, neither of those thoughts influence me anyhow, and neither of those words influence me anyhow. Now my perception about them will influence. So if I decide that she's right, and and my freckled face shouldn't be seen, and I will be upset and self-conscious about this is what will damage my aura, my perception, not what she said, only my perception. And if you will see your aura and how your energy moves, you will understand that from outside nobody can affect your aura. You do it yourself. You do it yourself, and you do it by allowing certain perceptions in your life, basically. So yeah, so don't blame others. Take the responsibility for all your emotions, and even them up. Bring the emotions back to neutrality. Remember, you should be neutral, a little positive, and somewhat excited, and always need to move up. So if today you was positive for half an hour, tomorrow aim for 40 minutes, and like this. With the this way, you're slowly expanding your energy, slowly expanding your energy space, and increasing the energy level. Like this, you will be able to develop much faster. You will see that your life will start changing, and not only your life, but everything in your life. You will see that your friends will maybe either get on a different level, or maybe you will start attracting different friends. Man, you will start attracting different men. The bigger your energy space, the bigger your energy, the better your energy. The like you will start attracting different experiences. That's basically it. Okay, I'm basically done. That's even more than I expected, but okay. So to sum it up, our emotional state. So some people are more emotional, some people are less emotional. Emotions are actually a good thing. If you're emotional, at least you know where you're standing. It's much worse when you don't have emotions. Then you don't know how you react to any kind of situation. Then you're not sure what to work on. So if you're emotional, don't be like me. I was always a little um, like maybe even a little embarrassed for my emotions. But my emotions are actually what draws man to me and what helps me to develop. So our emotional state is a reaction to a perception that we have about a particular situation, or particular person, or particular something that happened. Now, and what we need to do, we just need to even the energy, bring it, either bring it down or bring it up to our usual state. Now, if, for example, you start dating somebody and the man makes you super happy, at one point you will either drag him to your regular state, so your not so happy self, or maybe you will be able to stay on that new level and basically become happy at all times also. Usually we drag people down, we don't bring them up. And that's why we always look up to others, because we want an inspiration, but not everybody is able to stay on that level. But we need to, ideally, we need to be neutral, a little positive, and excited. Emotions that are too high or too low are not good, because they are way above or way below your neutral state, whether you want it or not. So, for example, even if you are depressed today, you can be rest assured that you will get back to your normal self. You will see. There's, we'll always come back to the energy level that we're on, always, always, unless you will be depressed today, tomorrow you will allow yourself. Then you will start dropping, and it will be a painful process. Don't allow that. Um, uh, all the all the perceptions depend on us. We can change the perception. Perception can be different. Um, Now all the emotions and perceptions are towards ourselves. Any kind of thought that we're feeling is always towards us. Like, for example, if you feel that you have to call your parents, it's not, you are not upset with your parents, you're upset with yourself, that you're putting this burden on yourself, that you believe that you have to call your parents, that you don't want to call your parents, you want to watch Netflix, but yet you're calling your parents because you would. So you're upset not with your parents, not with the situation, you're upset with yourself. That's it. Nobody else. So fix it for yourself, and then there won't be none of these feelings. If you feel, let's do any other situation. I remember one time the guy brought me red roses, and I don't like red roses. I don't know why. And I took them, and I don't like them. And he knows I don't like them. He likes them. So I took them, and then I was upset. Next day I threw them away, because I took them when I said thank you, when I really didn't want to take them, when I didn't even like them. So I wasn't upset with the guy. I was upset with myself that I couldn't stand my ground. I couldn't tell him, hey, I told you I don't like red roses. Take them to your mom. I don't want them. Next time, bring me my lilies or something, but in a nicer way, basically. And I did turn down some presents, some flowers because of that. And I'm grateful that I was so faithful to myself. If I would take them, then I would be unhappy. I betrayed myself. I basically said, okay, that's fine. So all the emotions are always towards yourself. Now, what to do? You need to take your energy back always. You need to remove yourself from the situation. You need to tell that this is not true, and then you need to rewrite the situation to the result that is satisfactory to you. Um, so, for example. And it has to be believable. So if the guy didn't come to if the guy to um, if the guy promised to come and take you on a date and he didn't even show up and he didn't text you, don't rewrite that he came and you guys had a magnificent time. It would be very hard for the brain to believe, for your mind. So rewrite something like, next day, for example, he writes to you and he's like, oh my god, I was so busy, or I'm not sure, or I got into this situation very difficult. I do apologize. How I can make up for you? Would you like me to buy you some present or something like that? So rewrite it to the point of that you can believe and to your satisfaction, and start acting like this. Next day he's going to text you. Act like he's going to offer you something, basically. Then what else you can do? You need to periodically raise your gaze like above 30% of the horizon. Make sure that you have enough food, vitamin D, exercise to keep your first chakra, your root chakra, and your body balanced and healthy. Take Take medications if you need to. Natural, hopefully valerian root and chamomile tea. Remember to remove your energy and regain your power. You are in control. Whether you believe it or not, you are in control. And I told you this many times. And also remember that we choose our perception, and we choose whether we stay, who we are in every situation. It is only up to us. The people will start believing it. Next on Sunday, I'm going to do a dialogue about self love, and you will see. I will give you some examples of where people want us to basically choose ourselves and to be like maybe a little selfish. Okay, that's it. If you have questions, ask. I will answer this question. So last dialogue was about a relationship with parents. I do hope you watched it. It's very good, very useful dialogue, and also I hope you did the meditation as well on healing a relationship with parents. So I in the dialogue I said that if you have a choice between your parent and your partner, choose your partner. Let me make clear, because it seems like yeah, maybe I misspoke a little bit, but only so in the system we're moving forward, never backwards. Our parents are in the back, they're in the past. We can continue life only with the partner. It doesn't mean that you need to choose that you should be with the partner that you don't even like, and you just choose him because I told you to choose. It has to be really your partner, somebody who you're growing with, somebody who you really love, somebody who raises these emotions in you. Then you should choose the partner. Now, if you don't want to choose the partner, if you want to choose your parents, then you are partner to your parents. That's basically it. You are more comfortable with your parent, and you are partner to your parent. Like in my situation, my father died, so I took at one point a role of a husband for my mom, not physically, but I mean, I was taking care of her, I was helping her with money, I was doing this, I was doing that for her. And um, and when there was a choice of me to move in with the man or to stay with my mom, like she was visiting me, I chose to stay with my mom, which was wrong. I should have, and neither of he didn't tell me, no, don't bring your mom with me, or she didn't tell me, oh no, don't leave me here by myself. No, there was none of that. I made it in my mind that I need to choose, and I made the choice without any of them even knowing. Like till now, probably neither of them knows that I made the choice for myself. So ideally, I should have choose him, and probably it wouldn't have even been necessary. The partner will always take whoever you come in with. Your kids, if you have extra kids, I want to say, if you had kids from the previous relationship, or if you need to help your parents, they would gladly help your parents. So nobody will ever tell you, no, don't socialize with the parents now. But ideally, you need to choose a partner. If you are not choosing the partner, then you're already in a partnership um, with your parent, with one of your parents. If both of your parents are alive, and you're feeling like you want to be with one of your parents more, then you're in a relationship with them, and this is wrong. You are not in the right place. Your right place should be here. I am by myself, I have my partner, or if I don't have my partner, I'm going to get my partner, and then we continue in life. Not necessarily by having kids, we can continue life through benefit in life. Maybe we'll have maybe we'll be just so happy together, we'll just inspire everybody. But we still need to look forward. We could not look backwards. Remember, this is important. This is important. Also, the same thing with your kids. If you choose partner or your kids, then you are in a relationship with your kids. Like I seen this family. A woman had a son. She was very young. She was like 17 or something. I don't even know how. 17. Okay, but anyway, she had a son. She wasn't with his father. Now the son was growing, and she became very attached to him. So when she got a second husband, I don't know for what reason, but she didn't stay with her husband, for second husband, for too long, because that place was already taken by her son. Her son was basically like her husband, not physically, again, as I said, energetically. Until now, she's by herself because that place is taken. It's taken by her son. Now it hurts her. It will hurt her son in the future, because if her son will decide to separate and have his own relationship, it will be very hard for him, because right now and since his birth, he has a huge like a sense of owning to his mom, and he's only, I think, 12. It's already very heavy on him. He already wants to separate. So always choose your partner, not your kids, not your parents. And if you think that your partner will not take care of your kids, you're mistaken. Men always take care of everybody who will come in with. They would gladly do it for us. What can you do when you find yourself ruminating over and over for days about something and you feel an icky feeling in your body? What can you do? I would take my energy back. You don't feel like that if your energy would be belonging to you. Basically, what happened here is your aura. You have energy inside, and now your energy just went over there and just stays over there. Why you have this low feeling? Because some of your energy is outside, and it's not where it belongs. That's why you're feeling like this. You betraying yourself instead of staying within, like being whole in your aura. Your energy right now is just somewhere where it's not supposed to be. That's why. So what would I do? And I remember those feelings myself. Oh my god, I remember that. What you need to do, you need to take your energy back. So tell like this: I take my energy back from this person and all the situations connected to him or her. Energy gets purified, comes back to me. Say it like 3 times, and say it every hour for the first day, and then you will see. You will just see, you stop caring about it. Energy will start coming back. If you need to, you can imagine how energy like this golden pearly white waves are coming back to you into your aura. If it's easier for you, you can imagine that. But that's what you do, nothing else. Also, we usually think over and over and over about certain situation because we don't want to think about, because it's our habit. Basically, it is our habit to look for threat everywhere, to look for something unpleasant. We can change that. This is just a perception. I would rewrite the situation. For example, if this was some kind of conversation that was unpleasant, I would rewrite it to my liking. For example, uh, you spoke to somebody and they said something mean to you. I would rewrite it like this: that person regrets greatly that they say, and she feels like she wants to apologize and she just couldn't sleep. She thinks about it all the time, and you will feel powerful right away. And watch it in a couple days. You probably will write, "Hey, I'm sorry that I said that." I did it many times. I'm telling you. I told this example already once, but I had this unpleasant dinner with a whole bunch of ladies. The dinner went sour before even before the situation happened. So it was just blah like this. It was no good. And then the situation went not so good, and I became very emotional. And I'm afraid of my emotions because I'm so strong. When my emotions get crazy, I can harm people. So I make sure that I kind of keep myself raw. But at that moment, I couldn't. So I came home, I sit on my couch, and I said to myself, I'm not raising up until I will rewrite the situation to my liking. Like if I'm telling you, I was mad. I was mad. This doesn't happen to me often. I was furious to the point that I think I was breathing with fire. And I'm afraid. I did couple times. I wished on not such a good things, and those things came true. We are very powerful like that. I want you to know we are very powerful. So I always keep myself very calm. As a Reiki master, I could not have any kind of negative feelings about other people, This is my blessing and my curse. So I don't even allow myself, no matter what the person did to me, I wouldn't allow myself. So at that moment I sit on the couch and I basically sit there and I was repeating. I rewrote it like a few times, probably for 20 minutes I was rewriting it until I start feeling neutral. And then I start feeling very well. I'm like, oh, it was not that bad. It actually went really well for me, at least. And then I went to sleep. I took a shower and I went to sleep. And when I woke up, a couple of those girls wrote to me, "Hey, um, I don't know why they were apologizing. They really didn't do nothing, but the one that was did like a little harm, you would say to me, maybe not really harm, but it was something unpleasant. She wrote to me. She apologized. She fixed the issue. She was like, oh, but I was already done socializing with her. But that issue was fixed, so you can do it. The whole point is to get yourself to the power. You see, when I rewrote the situation and I get the power back to myself, I really didn't care how that situation would go or whether there would be any continuation or not. Like I was so cool and I was done. I went to sleep peacefully. I woke up peacefully also. I didn't really care. So that's basically what I would do. Don't allow it. This is just a habit. Like um, the same thoughts in your mind is just a habit, and you can stop that habit. If anytime, if you feel like this kind of not pleasant feeling in your mind, you're like, okay, what I'm thinking, what are those thoughts that are running in the back of my head? Catch those thoughts like this by the tail, and then rewrite them. For example, you have a thought, I don't know, my nose is itching. In my culture, it says if the nose is itching, that means that I'm going to drink alcohol, but I don't drink alcohol, so I'm not sure why it's itching for me. Um, for example, like the whole day you're like just going around and you're not sure what it is, and maybe you saw the news somewhere or something, and you just basically you need to find that thought, catch it somehow because they are fleeting like the clouds, and tell yourself, okay, no, this is not the story. Let's have a different kind of story, and like this. Usually, we also allow thoughts run in our mind when we don't have a very exciting life, when we don't have much going on. I remember that myself when I didn't have much going on in my life. I wouldn't mind to run again and again the stories that were happening and that were unpleasant. You can change that. That's really just discipline. That's easy. But again, take all your energy back. This is important. Taking energy back is very important. You couldn't allow it to be all over the place. Okay, that's it. If no more questions, on Sunday, we're going to talk about self love. This is very important. I know somebody who became very wealthy just on bringing this concept of self love into masses, basically. She built her whole business on just self love. At one point, she just uncovered self love for her. She just fell in love with herself. She became so in love with herself, like so faithful to herself, and the money started just coming, man started coming, and she started um, talking about this more and more and more, and um, and I actually admire her for that. I don't agree with her on many things, but at least I admire her for that she was that faithful to herself. So I wanted to talk about self love as in my imagination and my perception. Without self love, you won't be able to be feminine. I already spoke before about self worth. Self worth is important, very important. For a feminine woman, it's hugely important. But self love is the core to femininity. We won't be able to love if we don't know what love is and we don't feel love. So on Sunday about self love. Okay, that's it. Thank you for being here. I'll talk to you on Sunday at 11 a.m. And have a pleasant Thursday evening. Bye, TikTok. TikTok was not so active today. And bye, YouTube. What?